So, good evening. Good evening. Dead lighting. I do apologise. Like I've got a big light on my head. This is not the one. I need better lighting. I've tried everywhere in this place to get better lighting. I can't get better lighting, so unfortunately, we're just going to have to go with it. Try and move this way. Maybe move that way. This is still not the one, really, is it? Look, there's just not the one. Sorry, you're just going to have to deal with dead lights. But we have got a game coming up on Sunday evening. 7:15 kickoff on Sunday, which is a bit of a random one. It's a pay. Oh, this light's peeing me off, man. Not good. That's still not great, is it? But it's better. But listen, we have got a game on Sunday evening, and we have got Leicester, and it is a pay-per-view game, which is caused mad controversy, and a lot of people have got the raging ump. So if you don't want to pay for the game, download Live Player for your iPhone. It's free, and a lot of people did that the other day for the game against Rapid Vienna, which, listen, was just an absolute shambles of a game. We got out of jail in the end. I've seen a lot of people tonight going, "Oh, Martinez has made the same mistake parrying the ball out that Leno did against Man City. Oh, what are your thoughts on that, Lee?" My thoughts are the same as my thoughts on Leno's one. It weren't a mistake, in my opinion. The ball came at him at 100 mile an hour, and he reacted quick, and it just went where it went. I moaned in the game when we played against Liverpool where he had floppy wrists, and if he had done that, funny enough, where the ball ended up at Mane, if he had done that in the City game, he wouldn't have conceded a goal. I criticised him for floppy wrists. I ain't going to criticise him for what he did against Man City. So the same with Martinez tonight. Like, listen, at the end of the day, I don't get why people are so triggered because people rate Martinez better than Leno. It's like, it's a matter of opinion, mate. Yeah, it really doesn't affect anyone's lives, does it? Like, you know, if I don't rate somebody, it don't stop you rating them. Like, I don't get why people get their knickers in a twist all the time. But it is Friday night. We're living good right now. We're on the champers with the strawberries. We're in the executive settings, executive suite. Really nice as well, this spa place that I'm at as well. It's beautiful. But happy Friday. I've got to try and drink this with a strawberry in it. Big up wifey. I need to spat that everywhere. But we have got a game on Sunday. I'll be doing a watch along for it as always. And I'm looking forward to it, but I'm kind of nervous about that game as well, because at the end of the day, Leicester are a weird team. Like, this season, their results have been a bit iffy. You know, they got pummeled by West Ham, but then they go and slap up Man City. So it's a bit of a madness. And the funny thing about it is Maddison's been on the bench for pretty much all of their games, coming back from a big injury. And he scored an absolute screamer, didn't he, against Man City. But then he was on the bench the other night, and they won their Europa League game comfortably last night. Tottenham did the same. All three of us in Europa League action all got a positive result. Ours was obviously the madness out of the three, really, and we got away with it, like I said. But I just think, like, when we play this Leicester game, it's a bit of a weird one, because when we play Leicester, we normally struggle. We normally have Vardy running at us and us just looking like idiots, don't we? You know, we've seen results at Leicester. I know this is at the Emirates, but we've seen results at Leicester where it just ain't great. But then we've seen glorious free-flowing football at the Emirates when we destroyed them. And Mesut Ozil involved that particular night, and little back heels, flicks and tricks, passing out from the back with Leno, and everyone getting a touch of the ball, and then Ozil scooping it to Aubameyang, because we did actually play good football at times under Unai Emery. Believe it or not, we did actually do that. You wouldn't think it, because apparently he left a mess, and we don't play good football. Well, funny, because now we don't play good football. We are boring to watch, like genuinely boring to watch, which I don't mind if we keep getting results. But the one thing I'll say is the results that we're getting right now, we are riding our luck. And as we see under Unai Emery, eventually your luck runs out, and eventually you get caught out, and then you start going on a little slide, a little dip in form, and then all of a sudden the players down tools. And I put a tweet out last night saying at half time, have the players already down tools? Because a lot of these players were walking around the pitch against Man City the other day. You know, when we conceded the goal against Man City, if you go and watch it again, Saka, Tierney and Xhaka were all walking. Xhaka actually stopped. It was Xhaka. I thought it was Tierney, but Xhaka actually stopped. And I said when I put the little overlay up, I don't know if I've still got it. I'm not sure. I think I had it on my Twitter rather than the still photo on here. Yeah, I didn't have it on here. But none of them sniffed the danger that Gabriel was in that game. Yeah, there was no communication. You know, Leno could only do what he did with that chance. And like I said, I don't think he was at fault for that goal. I think it was poor defending from Bellerin. You can't really blame David Luiz. You can't really blame Ceballos. Gabriel, maybe. He didn't have a clue Sterling was behind him, and then he decided to go and try and stop the ball off the line, by which time Sterling then had the freedom of the Etihad and the freedom of Manchester to tap it in. But for me, that goal came from the fact that Xhaka, Tierney and Saka, try saying that when you've had a couple of glasses of champers, we're all just walking back. You know, and if they'd bust their nuts off to get back, they may have stopped Sterling. If they'd communicated with Gabriel, he may have not gone onto the line. He might have stayed with Sterling and might have actually stopped that goal, and we might have ended up getting a draw out of that game. But Leicester are a different opposition. You know, Man City weren't great against us the other day, but like I said, Leicester have been a bit of an iffy team this season. You know, one week they look great, slapping up City, but then they get battered by West Ham. And we beat West Ham and then lost to City. It's mad, isn't it? It's funny how football works, but, you know, they have got a few injuries. Their centre-back, Sionchu, I'm not sure whether he's going to be back. I don't think he is. And I think that the young boy that played with Saliba at St Etienne, you look well tanned on camera. That's because the lighting's dead. I looked really pale when I had proper lighting. Everyone's like, you ain't even in Spain. But the lighting's quality. It don't look quality my end, but I'll watch it back and I'll have a look. Thank you. But yeah, I think when we look at this young lad Fofana, he's gone into Leicester and he slotted him real nice. He started the other night yesterday. He started the other day in their league game and against Aston Villa. I know they lost the game in the end, but I actually thought he played really, really well. And it makes it more iffy about the whole Saliba thing for me. And I've said this, I'm not going to keep banging on about Saliba, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. People are using the death of his mother 6 months ago as a reason as to why he's not in squads, right? For me, that's rubbish. Yeah, sad and tragic what happened to his mum. I've still got my mum, so I don't know what that feels like. But he's still playing football for the under-23s. So, you know, people can say, oh, he's taking his eye off the ball. He's not at a level. He's not this. He's not that. Well, listen, he's playing football week in, week out for the under-23s. You know, he played against MK Dons for us for half an hour, 45 minutes, sorry. You know, but then when you see the lad Fofana at Leicester slotting straight in like it's nothing and adapting to Premier League football real quick, and he's the same age. I know he's not lost his mum, but I just think people are using that as an excuse for the reason Mikel Arteta's not picking him. Mikel Arteta has actually said, or a couple of people close to Arteta, sources from the club have said that it's because he dives in, he's rash, and he can't defend set pieces. You know, Kolasinac plays for us, right? You know, Mustafi plays for us, right? So for me, it's like, I just want him in the squads. It'd be nice to see him in there. I thought David Luiz last night, him and Leno, what an almighty cock up for that goal. But I didn't put my banner across the bottom. There you go. But I do think his goal, he took very well. What a flick header. I don't know what the keeper was doing. In fact, his keeper was doing his best Leno impression. Superman against Chelsea. Do you remember that one? But yeah, I think David Luiz, I see a load of Chelsea fans always saying, oh, he don't play well in a 4. He can't do it in a 4. Well, listen, David Luiz actually played all right this season. And I think that as much as I want Saliba in that team, next to Gabriel, I think that it's a toss-up of any of them, really. You could put Mustafi there next to Gabriel. I thought Mustafi was our best centre-back last season. Consistently over the whole season, he was better than anyone. I think you could put David Luiz there. You could throw Saliba in. You could put Rob Holding in. He's obviously out injured for 3 weeks now. But for me, we've got to go away from this negative, boring football, because when you look at Leicester, they've got a squad of players that cost nowhere near the squad that we've got. They tend to find gems left, right, and centre. I know they've had a few cock-ups over the years and stuff like that, but listen, most of the players they scout are quality. Yeah, and they come in like that. Castagne, he's come in and just took to Premier League just like that. Then you see the boy Fofana, just like that. And it's like when we get players in, it's like, well, why do we need to sit them on the bench? Why do they need time to adapt? They're not ready, this and that. The boy Fofana's the same age as Saliba. Come on, they played together all season in the French league. So I don't really get it. And then we've got a conundrum with our midfield, because obviously Granit Xhaka didn't play last night. Are we putting Granit Xhaka back in the team? I'd imagine he probably will. And I would not be shocked one bit if Thomas Partey is dropped and then he starts with him. He shouldn't be dropped because he played well the other day. But that's what we do right now. We get a player who plays well and then we bench him. Aubameyang come off the bench, took his goal well, couldn't really miss, 3 yards out. Nice little pass from Bellerin. Great pass from Mohamed El Iniesta, who's actually proven to actually be not a bad player so far this season. He's not great, is he? Listen, don't get it twisted. I'm not kissing his backside. I'm not saying I want to keep him. For me, he shouldn't be here. He ain't Premier League standard for me. But he has actually played well. And I don't necessarily blame the players that get picked so much. I blame the manager for picking them, like Hector Bellerin. People can bang on about 4 assists all they like. The goal Pepe scored the other day, how is that even an assist? He ran 40 yards and slotted it bottom corner against Sheffield United. That ain't an assist. That's just a pass, you know. But he did do well for his run to slot it to Aubameyang. He kept himself onside. He kept his composure and he slid it across, and he couldn't miss Aubameyang. But now what we're going to do with Laka, because again last night Lacazette was, boy, I don't know what's going on with this guy, man. I said this on my stream earlier. I said it on the watch along. You know in the first minute, as soon as the camera pans on Lacazette, whether he's going to have a good game or not, just by his face. You can tell by the look on his face, yo, he's on it tonight, or nah, he ain't having it. And I said after minute 1, Laka ain't on it tonight. Just look at his face. One of the worst performances he's had. And he's had some bad ones. So what do? Do we start him against Leicester? Do we throw Nketiah up front? Nketiah, again, I thought was poor last night. Not helpful playing a striker on the left wing, especially when you've got wingers on the bench. But he was poor last night. And then Aubameyang comes on and bang, gets a goal real quick. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And then what about Pepe? I thought Pepe's hard work, man. Like, I do rate Pepe. I think he's a good player. But he needs to play every week for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then we can form a proper opinion of him. He has this little tendency to just look clumsy all the time, never in control of the ball, but then he's got world-class ability at times. It's like, it must be difficult if you get him dropped every other week. Do you know what I'm saying? But there we go. Let me read the super chat while I sip on my champs. Thank you very much. Smash the likes up. Big up my guy, Gio. Thank you for your super chat, mate. Appreciate that. Lee, keep up the great work. Also, cheers to you for wanting the best for your club. Arteta Simeone was at it again yesterday. What are your thoughts on Arsenal's fans saying Partey is the new Vieira? Well, listen, to answer the first question, I don't mind if we park the bus. Yeah, I don't mind doing that against better teams. When we're doing it against Sheffield United at home, we're doing it against West Ham at home, we're doing it against Rapid Vienna. And I upset a few people from Vienna today by saying that they're a bunch of goat farmers. It was banter. Yeah, come on. I was only winding you up. It was banter. But I don't mind us parking the bus. Yeah, but the way we're doing it, we're going to come unstuck real soon. We are going to have a result against a team that is going to take us apart. And it's going to be an embarrassment, 2-3, 4-0 against a real poor side. You never know. It might even be Dundalk. Because that team last night shouldn't have been anywhere near the level we are. And until their goalkeeper made an almighty cock-up, we weren't looking like scoring. They were, let's be real, even before Leno gifted him a goal, they were looking like scoring. He nearly gifted him a couple more after that as well. So we're going to come unstuck at some point. I think that we don't set up to our strengths. We don't play players in the right position to play to them strengths. And too many changes from one game to the next. Stick with a settled side. All the best teams play with a settled 11. Or 8 or 9 out of 11 start week in, week out for the teams like City, Liverpool, Spurs. You know Harry Kane starting up front. There ain't no way they're putting him left wing. Vardy ain't going left wing. Aguero ain't going left wing. So, we need to start our striker up front instead of playing him on the left wing. I want to see Aubameyang up front. People can bang on about, we don't play up front. He can't hold the ball up. We'll start playing him in behind then. Instead of our striker running back to halfway to get the ball and link it out to Pepe or Willian or whoever it may be on the wing. Why don't we actually play? I know Villa are getting battered tonight. Why don't we actually play like Villa and like Leicester, getting Vardy and Watkins off the shoulder of the last man, boom, in behind. But then saying that, they've got a midfielder in Maddison. They've got a midfielder in Grealish at Villa that can find them passes. Have we got a midfielder that can do that consistently? People can bang on about Mesut Ozil all they like. Even he can't do consistently. So yeah, as for fans saying about Partey being the new Vieira, bruv. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. You've had too much champagne. Oh, dear. Do keep smashing the likes up. Big up McManus. I don't see us getting a win on Sunday. Well, listen, this is the thing. What Arsenal's going to turn up? We could quite easily beat them, but we could also get battered. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad, and they've got a really good midfield. Let's not have it twisted. They have got a proper decent midfield. Who's the young Belgian lad whose name I can't remember? Proper footballer. What's his name? I'm sure you'll tell me in the chat. Max, I do apologize. I actually only missed one. I pinned the other one, but the stream was just buffering to end at the end. But I do apologize about that, mate, because I know you work hard for your money. And in fact, you know what? Because I'm a nice guy and because I did cock up earlier, I'm going to go to my super chats and I'm going to read them out right now, the ones you put in earlier. How's that? Can I just say the Wi-Fi in this spa that I'm at is mad. Proper decent Wi-Fi, man. Howdy Lee, did you happen to read my Insta DM? I haven't. Mate, my DMs are a mess on every platform. And then you put one in saying, Lee, I missed your super chat. I actually pinned that one earlier, but yeah, apologies, mate. When I get a chance, I'll have a little rifle through Insta, mate. It probably won't be tonight, but I will have a look. And yeah, it's mad. What's his name? You're going to tell me the name of the guy. You're going to tell me the name of the guy, the Belgian midfield. Tillemans, thank you very much. Tillemans, to all you guys. Tillemans is a baller, mate. Absolute baller. And he is somebody that we should have been signing. It wasn't a massive amount of money. He would have slotted into Arsenal. But the thing is, like I said, these teams have a set 11. Leicester's 11 week in, week out, unless there's an injury. Kasper Schmeichel's in goal. They're going to go with Fofana if Sionchu's out. Johnny Evans is going to start. They're going to go with Justin. They're going to go with Castagne. Their midfield's going to be Tillemans. It's going to be Dennis Pratt. It's going to be Maddison. If he's not playing, they'll go with Ndidi or someone like that. I don't know. It's any of them four, really. They might go with Chowdhury every now and again. Although saying that, he's been on the bench most of the season. And then they're going to go with Vardy up front. And they're a decent team, Leicester. They got a decent manager. I wouldn't say he's world class, the manager. He's decent. He's got them playing a nice brand of football. They've been a bit iffy this season, though, and they are gettable. I don't know if Vardy's fit. I'm not sure. In fact, should we have a little look? Let's have a little look at Leicester. Leicester injuries. I think Ndidi's going to miss the game, which is a massive plus for us. They've got Pereira, who's out with a cruciate rupture, which again, calf injury for Jamie Vardy. Let's see when he's out till. Let's have a little look. Yeah, big up the Wi-Fi in this gaff, by the way. It is rapid. Right, so Jamie Vardy, expected return date. It's got a question mark next to it. I don't think we'll see him at the weekend. Indeed, he's out until November. And Pereira, he's already missed 17 games. He ain't coming back anytime soon either. Vardy's 33. Wow. I never knew that. Is Vardy actually 33? That's crazy. But yeah, it's going to be a hard game, man. It's going to be a hard game. And if we ain't on our job, even without Vardy playing, let's not have it twisted here. They can still beat us. You know, they've got quality players. Tielemans, Maddison, Iniacho will probably turn into a prime fucking Ian Wright. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad. Yeah, Tielemans is a proper baller, bruv. Proper baller. Beautiful human beings. My Irish accent is not very good. He's a beautiful human being. Big up the manager. Iosi Perez. I forgot Iosi Perez. Again, another player who's done very well since he's left Newcastle. Barnes is decent as well. You know, that front three they have is quality, mate. Their midfield's quality. Their team's better than us. Let's have it right here. But they're not playing great. I know they won last night. I know they won against Man City. But let's not have it like twisted here. We should be able to be confident going into this game. Is anyone really confident we're going to go and beat them? You know, it depends what starting 11 we pick. And even then, it then depends whether the starting 11 has got players playing in their right positions. You know, we see last night that that Nketiah was on the left wing. Why? You got Reece Nelson on the bench. Although I don't particularly rate him, why are you playing a striker who struggles at striker for Arsenal anyway? Why are you playing him on the left wing? Like, that didn't work, did it? That experiment failed. So, yeah, I wouldn't be going with Nketiah. Lacazette, like I said, he must have the right ump. And do you know what? I make him right. You score 3 and 3 in the league. You then get benched for the 4th game. You ain't got international duty. All your teammates have come back from international duty. You're then benched for City. And it's like, why are you benched, bruv? You scored 3 and 3. Why are you benched at home against Sheffield United when you ain't on international duty? You know, then you've got 2 weeks off. Yeah, now you're expecting me to, like, I don't get it, bruv. He sat on the bench against Man City, comes on, and he actually looked all right when he came on against Man City for a little bit, but he then played last night and just looked crap. And it's like, it must be hard. Like, and this is where I will back some of these players. It must be hard that when you score 3 and 3, you're thinking, boy, I'm starting against Sheffield United. I'm going to take this little strawberry off, by the way. We'll plonk it in. But when you've scored 3 and 3 in the first 3 league games of the season, and then you get dropped, if that was me, I'd be banging on the manager's door saying, yo, why are you dropping me? What's that all about? What's the coup here, bruv? Yeah, like, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. And then Man City, I don't think he's ever played away against Man City from the start of a game. I remember he scored against them. I was at that game when he came off the bench. I think that was under Wenger. Might have been under Emery, one of the two. But I don't think he's ever started away to Man City. Why? You know, we've gone with Willian up front and Eddie Nketiah up front in the last 2 games at the Etihad over our striker, like over 2 of our strikers. So I don't really get it, mate. I don't understand it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. He's got to pick the right 11. He's got to pick the right 11 in their right positions. And then please do not park the bus. Because I'll tell you something now, right? I said this to a friend of mine the other day. And I think I said it on a stream the other day. If Jurgen Klopp was our manager, would Aubameyang play left wing, do you reckon? Because I don't think he would. I think he'd have him up front. I personally think he'd have him up front. Although saying that, you could say that Firmino is kind of the Lacazette of Liverpool. He doesn't really score a great amount of goals and he's the link man. Yeah. The difference is their wingers are relentless. Mane and Salah are unbelievable. The goals they score is a joke. But then you look at their midfield and every week it's Henderson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum. If Wijnaldum don't play, then it's Thiago. If Thiago and Wijnaldum don't play, yeah, then they stick in Keita. But that's their midfield, yeah? Sometimes they'll throw the Ox in every now and again. Their wingers and their fullbacks are the 4 players in that team that create and score goals. Yeah, Firmino are chipping every now and again. Them 3 in midfield barely score goals between them. So if you want to go down that route of doing that, You have to keep a consistent level of winger in your team. Yeah. The only way you get consistency is keep playing. Yeah. If you're having a bad spell for 5, 6, 7 games, cool, you're now benched. We'll give someone else a go. But we have Pepe in our team. Yeah. He'll play great. Then he's benched and Willian starts. Then Willian starts for 4 games. He plays shit for 3 of them, but he gets the 5th game. Yeah. Then Pepe comes in, is expected to do miracles, which he actually did against Sheffield United. Yeah, and then it's like, I just don't get it. If you want to go down that route of having no creativity in the midfield, cool. I understand that. Get your creativity from the wings and from your wingers, yeah, from your fullbacks and your wingers, right? I understand that. Our players are not on that level. Our midfield is not on that level. Our fullbacks are not on that level. Our wingers are not on that level. So for me, we can't play that way, right? So for me, you play to your strengths for your football team. You play with your pace striker up front, who's one of the best strikers in Europe on form since he's been at Arsenal. Goals for fun. His movement's ridiculous. He scores all types of goals. Put him up front. Then you go with Saka. Then you go with Pepe. If you want to throw Willian in, cool. Go with either of them. Give him a run of 10 games straight, either wing, with him up front. But Aubameyang will start 1 week. No, sorry, Lacazette will start 1 week. Then he'll score for 3 games straight. Then he's benched, and then Willian's up front. Then he gets dropped, and then it's Lacazette back up. And then it's Eddie Nketiah up front. Then it's Willian on the wing. Then it's Saka on the right wing. Pepe and Willian not playing. It's like, come on, mate. Pick a set 11 and just change the odd player here and there. You know, and that's what frustrates me with it, because, you know, we could all sit here and name 8 or 9 of the starting 11 that we think is our best 11. Why does it keep changing every week? It winds me up. And then you've got no cohesion in the team because they're not used to playing week in, week out. Yes, they train together. It's completely different training together and having a laugh and a bubble on the pitch, like in training at Colney, than it is going and playing against Man City at the Etihad. If you had played every single game with the same 11, barring injuries, yeah, we would have put a better performance in at Man City. But there we go. Abaji ain't having it. He said he ain't got a clue. I kind of agree. Super Chat's not working. Bruv, I don't know what's going on with this platform, mate. It's no drama. Just slap a like on the video, bruv. Big up my guy Nippon. If you guys play the way you played against Rapid, against Leicester, or the North London derby, it's going to look ugly. Exactly. I told you, we're going to get slapped at some point, mate, if we carry on playing how we're playing, because we're riding our luck, and we did this under Emery, and then eventually you get caught out. And we got caught out. I think it was Partey, Borisov. I'm tired of Arteta, but it's boring. Big up my guy C. Pepe needs to play. Arteta is learning on the job, clueless. Well, I'm clueless or he's clueless. Because if you mean I'm clueless, well, that's exactly why I shouldn't have the job then, mate, because I don't want somebody that's learning. I want somebody who's the finished article who can actually make us great, rather than somebody who might make us great. If you mean Arteta, then yeah. Big up everyone watching on Twitch. Arteta will now drop Partey, lol, out of his depth. It wouldn't surprise me, mate, if he went with Xhaka and El Neni. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. I don't... Listen. El Neni is what he is. There's nothing you can really say more than that, really, is there? Let's be real here. Big up my guy. Vieira was a workhorse in the mould of Tony Adams, but he wasn't technically great, or gifted, sorry. Conversely, Partey plays like a Brazilian, physical, technical. Partey's class, but he ain't no Vieira. There ain't ever going to be another Vieira. And people need to understand that. Thomas Partey, I've seen people saying he's better than Kante. Based on what? Based on what? Yeah, when he's had the level of performance in the Premier League for 3-4 years straight that Kante has for 3-4 years straight, let's have the conversation. Until then, Kante is always going to be better than him. Yes, I rate Thomas Partey. Buzzing for Thomas Partey. I actually wanted Partey more than a while. And I was in a small pot of people that wanted Partey over a while, because I felt that without the ball, we needed a still and a bit of grit in midfield. We don't need these fancy damn players that nobody's ever seen play before, but makes out they're Messi. Oh, it's Messi. No. Go and buy Schloberschlag and get him in for a third of the money. Thomas Partey, brilliant signing. He ain't better than Kante. Let's just have that right. Yeah, over the moon we've signed him. I've been calling for him to play for us for years. Yeah, he ain't better than Kante. Yeah, he might well turn out to be that level or better, but let's see in 3 years' time. Big up Georgie in the building. Go and check out Georgie's OnlyFans account. You ain't plugged that on my channel for time, bruv. What do you think of the new kit? It's an absolute catastrophe. It's disgusting. Don't like it. I will not be buying it, even though I don't like some of the kits that we've made in the last couple of years, and I've brought them. I ain't buying that. Refuse to buy that. And do you know what I don't like about it? Yeah, right. I get what it's about. I understand it. I get it. Yeah, but it's another kit, bruv. Yeah, 70 quid. The white one or the creamy color one, 70 quid. The red one, 70 quid. Listen, I can buy it. I've got the money. Yeah, payday today, by the way. But I ain't buying it. I refuse to pay 65 quid for that shirt. It's a disgusting looking kit, and the badge. Yeah, it's the old school badge, right? But what they've done is they've taken off the classy bit on it that says Victoria Concordia Crescit, victory through harmony. Why have they done that? Oh, yes, it's Latin. It doesn't appeal to the masses. Absolute shambles. Yeah, so I won't be buying it. And yeah, not the one. Big up Laura. Does Aubameyang like to play left? Why can't he just tell Arteta, put me up front? Well, this is the thing. I said this the other day, right? When we played Man City, Willian was up front. If I'm Aubameyang at half time, I'm saying to the manager, yo, why ain't I up front? Yeah. Or I'm saying mid-game, yo, Willian, get out on the left wing for 10 minutes. We'll switch it up and I'll go up front for 10 minutes. They weren't doing that. You know, and I think, like, listen, I don't want to, people say I'm negative. I'm not negative. I'm realistic. I've seen the same mistakes happen at this football club for nearly 2 decades. Yeah, I've seen the fans jizz their knickers over certain players in the same mould as certain players we've got now. And then, oh, no, now we turn them. Lucas Torreira is the prime example. Oh, he pocketed Messi. Yeah, now everyone wanted him gone. Coquelin, I remember when he was the next Vieira. Yeah, look how that turned out, because he had a couple of good games at Charlton. We brought him back and he was great for a month or 6 months or whatever. Look how that turned out. You know, Matteo Flamini, because he used to point his fingers and shout at people, everyone thought he was a leader. Come on. You know, it's just sad how this club's gone. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just look at it and I think, like, none of these players, for me, want to challenge the manager. If I'm Lacazette, I'm banging his door down saying, why was I dropped for Sheffield United and Man City after 3-3? Yeah, he probably ain't done that. Aubameyang, maybe he does want to play left wing. But I'd be sitting there going, yo, why are you playing a right winger up front over me? I'm one of the best strikers in Europe. Yeah, I want to start the game up front. Yeah, and I feel that we've been down this route before with Unai Emery and playing players out of position under Wenger as well. We played Ox at right wing back at Anfield the day before we sold him to Liverpool. You know, we played Bellerin at left back that season a few times. I think he played left back that game, actually. We played Tierney at centre back the other day and put Gabriel on the bench, and then played Maitland-Niles left wing back. Like, for me, I don't think any of these players have got the balls to challenge the manager. They just down tools. And sadly, I hope I'm wrong, but sadly, I do think at some point they're going to do the same, because we are going to get, if we don't up our game in terms of the way we play and creating more opportunities to score goals, we are going to come unstuck. We're getting away with it at the moment. Yeah, we've played 8 games this season. We've won 6 of them. Yeah, eventually we are going to come unstuck. We had this under Emery. We lost the first 2 games and went on 22 unbeaten. We've got our Arsenal back at Fulham away. You know, where did that get us? Should selection be based on games or training? Training's the biggest myth in the world, mate. And thank you for that, Bargav. I hope I got your name right, mate. Training's the biggest myth ever. Yeah. Mate, there's players like Eric Cantona, for example. Shit trainer. Yeah. Ian Wright used to turn up late for training every week, bruv. Yeah. Every day. Yeah. But then he go on the pitch and score every week. You know, for me, it's not what you do in training. It's what you do on the football pitch every week. Training's just, you know, you're training. It's not high intensity. It's not a match day scenario against a team that are right up there like Liverpool or City, for example. You know, it's not against a team like Sheffield United who are going to make it difficult and they're going to battle and they're going to get physical. A lot of training is no contact anyway. They won't let you go in and actually properly tackle each other. So for me, training's the biggest myth anyway. And I see people say all the time, oh, but Arteta sees him in training week in, week out. Well, what's that got to do with anything? Like, real talk, what's that got to do with anything? Yeah, didn't Unai Emery see him in training week in, week out? Like, what about Wenger? Like, come on. You know, it's mad. Listen, I'm going to do 3 more comments. I'm going to down this champagne, and I'm going to get myself out of here for the night. I genuinely can't sip champagne. I have to swig it. Like, bosh. Straight down the gullet. Thoughts on EA servers being down? Glad I ain't bought the game. Glad I not bought it. Change your picture as well, Hamza. Change your picture, please. Put a proper player on there, bro. Put Saka on there. Go full Saka mode now. Notice how terrible Tierney has been playing at centre-back. Yes, he's regressed since this manager's been here. 100%. So is Joe Willock. But we won't go down that route for now. Big up Dimes. Big up Glenn. And we might as well carry on and do a few more. Let's do a few more. Don't start on Wenger. Your mate. She's Wenger in. Or was Wenger in. I don't know how we get on. She must never have seen any of the AFTV videos of me cussing him, or on my channel cussing him. She offered to buy me the book for Christmas. I said I'd burn it. Ain't interested. Although I am going to buy the book. I'm going to buy 5 of them. In fact, I might do that tomorrow. I'm going to buy 5 of them. I owe Starboy a book because he won the Predictor League on Flick. So I'm going to send him a book. I'm going to get 1 signed copy when they're available again, and I'm going to do a giveaway for that as well. So yeah. We'll do 4 giveaways. The Starboy's already won one. And I'll do a signed copy. I might do a couple of signed copies actually as giveaways as well. Do download Flick. Tomorrow at some point I will be putting up the polls so you can pick the starting 11 for the game on Sunday. And do download HOTMIC as well. I'll be streaming the game onto HOTMIC on the weekend as well. And use my code. I swear I say this every time. The amount of people who have downloaded it and not used my code is mad. The code is 6LEE623. It's on the screen. It's scrolling. But there we go. You look more relaxed back home in England. No, Spain is home, bruv. That's the champagne with the strawberries in it, bruv. I've had probably half a bottle of it. And as you can see, there is a bottle of Morgan Spice. We're on it tonight. And this executive lounge we're in, we did well. Big up the wifey. She picked a good one. And yeah, man, really nice hotel and spa. It's beautiful. Oh, one other thing as well. One other thing. Let me show you this. MacBook settings, baby. We got the new one. So now I need to learn how to transfer everything to it from this one, which will probably cause me to have a bigger forehead. Can you imagine if I was bald? I'd look ill, wouldn't I? I didn't manage to get my hair cut in the end. But yeah, it probably caused me to have less hair tomorrow. But thanks for that, Alex. Always appreciate the love, mate. There you go. John Obi Mikel said Hazard was the worst trainer ever, and look how good he was for Chelsea. Exactly. It doesn't matter about training, mate. It's what you do on the pitch. You could score 1 million goals in training. You could go 10 games straight without a goal on the pitch. Training's a myth. It's a myth. Pepe needs a run of games. I don't think it's fair for Pepe to be judged until he has a run of games. Guy's got talent. Bro, I totally agree with you, mate. Listen, that boy, I don't know. If somebody can find out for the next stream that we do, which will be tomorrow now, do smash the likes. I've just looked at the likes. Jesus Christ, nearly 800 people still watching, not even 150 likes. That's embarrassing. Boy, unbelievable. Everyone who ain't liked it, hit the like. Yeah, we got the new Mac, baby. We've got the new Mac. I just need to learn how to use it and transfer everything over. But this is the thing, Mitchell, and thank you for that, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, people can bang on about Pepe this, Pepe that. He costs too much money. I think he costs too much money. I rate him. I think he's a baller. But what's the most amount of games he's played in a row? We need to find that out. Some of you little statisticians, get on your keyboards and let me know by tomorrow when I do my daytime stream about lunchtime. But there we go. Let's do a couple more and I'm going. Carry on, I'll burn the Mac. 3:30 a.m. games for Australia viewers are lethal, but hey, I love the Arsenal. Bro, if you're crazy, mate, yeah, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, that game the other night, mate, yesterday. Unbelievable. Yeah, and when people sit there and say, oh, these foreign fans ain't this, they ain't that, shut up, mate. You ain't getting up at 3 a.m. to watch us absolutely play crap against a bunch of goat farmers. I was joking. They're not goat farmers, and Austria is a beautiful country. One of my best friends is from Austria, and there we go. And I upset a lot of people by calling them goat farmers earlier. I was joking, man. Some people get triggered so fucking easily. The statistician is your job to do. Okay, I'll find out then, shall I? Listen, I'm gonna get myself, big up Mo. 5:30 a.m. for Saturday games. That's crazy, bruv. I'm going to get myself out of here because I've done 5 minutes longer than I expected, or 10 minutes longer than I expected to do. But there we go. Listen, all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Friday night, Friday morning, Saturday morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will be back about midday, 1 o'clock tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be lit. I am, and the reason I'm relaxed is because I'm in a spa, and I'm going to go and get myself a nice little sauna tomorrow. Oh, did you hear that? I might get a nice little massage as well. Back to the likes up. I'm going. Have a wonderful evening. Big up all the love. Appreciate it. Follow Insta, follow Facebook, follow HOTMIC. Use my code if you follow HOTMIC. Follow Flick, and I won't miss that one before you go. My smoking addiction is worse watching you, bro. I can stress enough people out, you know. I can stress enough people out, bruv, just by talking. But listen, thank you for all the love, man. Appreciate it. Make sure you use all of the links in the description. We're out of here. Latest.